What up, Doe? Hey, y'all. How's it going? Yes. Another episode of Dungeon Apologetics. I am your host, Tremaine Terrell. I'm an apologist out of Detroit. Um, just doing my thing, every week, try to keep this going for a little while. I've been carving out some time just to hash out a few little topics. The last 3 weeks have been phenomenal. Had some guests on here. It's been real. It's been real edifying with these brothers. Bobby was on 1 week. Bobby Plazer was on 1 week. We had Matthew McCants on another week. Last week for Palm Sunday and Easter Sunday special. We had Chris Samuel, apologist in Detroit, on here. So yeah, man, it's been real well. It's been real good these past few weeks. What's going on, my brother Phil Fox? My brother from another. How are you, bro? Always good to see you. The intro music. That's all you, baby. That's all you. Yes. Um, yeah, man. For the people that tune in either right now or later on, like, share, and subscribe. Ha! I said it again. That's 4 weeks in a row, baby. Like, share, and subscribe. I've been trying to remember to keep saying that. As more and more people keep tuning in to the live stream of the Dungeon Apologetics show with me, none other than Tremaine Terrell, just teaching a little bit about different topics. Today, though, it's going to be a dope focus. I'm going to jump into talking about is Esau, Edom. Is he the white man? Are white people Edomites? What up, Bobby? What's going on, brother? Yes. What's going on, my bro? About to start talking about this. Is Esau the white man? Is Edom, are the Edomites white people? This video actually shouldn't take that long. I can go through like two scriptures and end the whole debate, which I'm gonna probably, start off with just a little bit of background on why I'm talking about this today, in a minute. So it's crazy. Like people just believe certain things and they want to make you believe it. I'm gonna show y'all some crazy stuff, in a minute. when I get to that part, show y'all some crazy stuff that somebody tried to prove to me one day last week, which is why I decided to do this topic. And I'm like, okay, well, if you're gonna say that, let me do this topic there. Yep. Yep. So yeah, we're gonna talk about this. It's just crazy. Yep, it's just crazy. What up? What up? Living proof. What up? What's going on? Greetings. Yes. Loving it. Welcome. What's going on, Calvinism? Remember that, Bobby? Calvin, sorry, y'all. I was looking at something. I didn't mean to get quiet like that. I was just taking a look at something. What's going on, Calvin? What's going on, bro? Yeah, I'm about to get into this. Is the white man, is Esau the white man topic? So we can address this really fast. For some of these Israelites out here that want to try to hold us to that. Trying to make us believe that Esau is the white man. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, how was everybody's week? My week was good. It's been going well after Easter. Yeah, after Easter is over. Yes, I still say Easter. After Easter is over, week went really good. Say a little prayer, for my wife. She was a little bit ill under the weather. Also for her and her family, as she had a cousin pass away yesterday. So if y'all could just lend your prayers out to the family. Yep, people. What's going on, Leon? Calvin is silly. Yeah, they think I'm white too because of my complexion. Look at me. Look at me. What's going on, Leon? Grace and peace, bro. Always good to have your brothers on here with me, man. I just love to be able to touch on these topics. I haven't thought of a topic for next week yet, but I think I'm gonna get one. And start talking about it. Thanks, bro. Thanks, Corey. Really, really, really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Yeah, her cousin, she had leukemia. She was maybe a few years older than us. Like my wife and I are 50, so she had to be maybe 54, maybe 55, something like that. Yeah, she's only a few years older than us. So yeah. Yeah, that blood cancer it's no joke. It's nothing to be played with. So just keep the family in prayers for sure. Yeah. All right, all right. I think I'm about to hop into this now. So, is Esau the white man? Let's check it out for a minute. So, the main thing, and the first thing we have to understand when we talk about a topic like this is who the person is we're talking about, especially when it comes to the Bible. Who are they, and where do we find them in the Bible? Right. So with Esau, we find him first of all in Genesis. Is the first place that we find Esau in the Bible is in Genesis. So we see him there, and then we see his descendants Edom after that. They were they were the main one of the main group of enemies or enemies of Israel. Like they were fighting. They were brothers basically. So they were fighting all the time. There's like a big sibling rivalry between nations, and they would always be in contentious with one another when it came to being around one another, doing things with one another, all that type of stuff. So we'll see different things that Israel was, told to do, when it came to the Edomites, how God, thought about the Edomites and the things that he considered the Edomites as, and so we're going to touch on a little bit of that stuff just today. I'm not going to touch on a lot. I'm not going to go too deep into it because to me, this is a stupid topic, but I just wanted to touch on it because somebody was trying to prove to me that, the Edomites were white people, or Esau was the white man. So here's where we're going to start. All right, I'm going to start with Genesis 25. So let me see how I can do this. Let me see how I can do this. Share screen. Share screen. Share. Can y'all see that? That's probably kind of small. Let me go back. Let me see. That look kind of small. Let me share screen. I'm going to start making some slides. That's what I'm going to start doing because then y'all can see it better. Boom. There we go. So Genesis, right? So we're going to be Genesis chapter 25, verse 19. We start there. We're starting about Isaac's sons, right? So if you know anything about Isaac's sons, Isaac's sons are Jacob and Esau. Hey, what's going on, Michelle? Thank you for joining us, sis. How's it going? Shalom. Is that chicken shawarma? Chicken shawarma? Yeah, shalom. Let me stop. They'll get mad at me. Let me stop. But first thing I want to touch on here is Isaac's son. So Genesis 19, we'll start here and start reading. Now, these are the records of the generation of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham fathered Isaac, and Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah, the daughter of Bethuel, the Aramean, of Padan Aram, the sister of Laban, the Aramean, to be his wife. Isaac prayed to the Lord on behalf of his wife because she was unable to have children. And the Lord answered him, and his wife Rebekah conceived, but the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it is so, why am I in this condition? So she went to inquire of the Lord, and the Lord said to her, what did the Lord say to her? So she's having twins, if you haven't figured that out now. So Isaac and Rebekah, they consummated. We know how that goes. Man and woman come together, they conceive a child or children, two children. So these are two parents who are of the same lineage, right? So you have two nations are in your womb, the Lord says to her. The two people will be separated from your body, and one people will be stronger than the other. The older will serve the younger. Verse 24. When her days were leading to the delivery were at an end, behold, there were twins in her womb, right? Verse 25. Now the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they named him Esau. Right? Afterward, his brother came out with his hand holding onto Esau's heel, and he was named Jacob. And Isaac was 60 years old when she gave birth to them. I don't know about y'all. I ain't having no kids at 60. I'm about to be 50 this year. I ain't having no kids now. I ain't want no kids 5 years ago. I ain't want no kids 10 years ago. I'm too old. But Jacob wanted these kids at this time. So now we see that Esau and Jacob both have what? The same parents. So that would mean they have the what? Same genealogical makeup, same gene code, right? So according to Hebrew Israelites, Jacob was black, Esau was white. How do they say this when they had the same parents? So I asked the guy, in the Hebrew Israelite groups back then, you are what you're right, unless you are with your father, or unless you are Esau. Exactly. But we know that both of these were of probably the same bloodline, same gene line, same family tree. So we got that Esau came out red, Jacob came out holding Esau. So let me show y'all this. So this is what, because they were twins, I said they had the same mother and father. How are you going to say one is black, one is white, right? No, I don't. So somebody's going to have to show me how to do that. Phil. I do not. How do I make it larger? Show me what I gotta do. Like that works. I don't know if y'all can see that. I can't, but let me know if that works. That might work, but I'm going to keep going. So, right, he's white by osmosis. So here you go. So he told me, he sent me this. Right, I'm going to share this screen. Right, I'm going to stop share there, and I'm going to share this other screen. Right, he sent me this, and he said, boom, see, look, these are twins, one white, one black. He thought he had me. Obviously, with the picture, he didn't read the article. Look at these people here. This is their family. Their dad, he is white. Their mom is Jamaican. So you can't use this to prove that twins can come out from the same parents who are of the same genealogical makeup or same ethnic background that one's going to come out black and one's going to come out white. These two individuals are clearly from different ethnical backgrounds, right? These are the parents. It says born in 1997 to a white father and a half Jamaican mother. So these are the twins that they tried to equate to Esau and Jacob. And yes, by their logic, I was going to say that the darker twin is white too because of the dad, right? Because that's what they go by when they talk about that. So it makes no sense. So that's something that they tried to show me. So I debunked that by literally just showing him the fact that, okay, no, that person, those people have parents, one who's white and one who's black. Right. One who's white and one who's black. And so that's where the gene came in. It didn't say that they were, those twins were, because you can have twins that are identical, and then you can have paternal twins. And there are other types of twins as well. These two look like they're clearly paternal twins. They look nothing alike. Nothing. Exactly. Yep. Imagine showing those pictures to Rebecca and Isaac. Exactly. They'd be like, what? Like, that's not what Esau looked like, because that's not what the Bible described Esau as looking like. They look at what the Bible described Esau as looking like is when, they say, well, white, who is red? They say white people are red. So Esau was red. And so therefore he must be white because white people turn red, when they get angry. And I'm always like, what? Like, where did you get that from? Like, how does that make any sense? And so they try to say that because Esau is red, that made him the white man. All right, let's do this again. Let me show y'all something. So back to sharing my Bible. So now we're going to get into the Hebrew. Esau, his name, they called him because he was red. Ruddy. I don't really know how to pronounce this word, but to me it looks like Admoni. Right? Admoni. Ruddy, red, right? So this is the word. That's it. It means ruddy, red. Here's the kicker though. When you click on that word, Admoni, in Genesis 25:25, it's also used in 1 Samuel 16:12. And guess who that is describing? None other than the patron king of Israel, David, their greatest king, the king who they always look forward to, who they look at and say, oh, David was this great king. So if you're going to say that this word that said red or ruddy describing Esau in Genesis 25:25 was saying that Esau was a white man, then you are going to have to say one of the greatest kings of who you claim to be, your nation, your nationality, was also a white man. They won't say that. They would never admit to that, except for the Hebrew Israelites at IUIC that we blitzed. that we blitzed and asked them who was the king that came over in the transatlantic slave trade with them because of Deuteronomy 28:36, and he said no white man, so he admitted it. He admitted it. That better? I just did it. That better? Yeah, the white man. Yes, that's exactly what he said. So if you see this, can y'all see that a little bit better? We have Genesis 25:5 and 1 Samuel 6:6. We have the same exact Hebrew word, one used for Esau, one used for David. So if you are going to say because Esau is red, because the word red or ruddy is the same exact word, then you're going to have to say that David is white. Now, if you're not ready to admit that David is white, then you can't really be trying to tell people that Esau is white, right? Because it's the same. There's no difference in the word that's used to describe either of them. So what we have to come to the conclusion is that Esau resembled David in some aspect of the color of their skin, but the redness is hairy for the most part. When it said it came out red all over like a hairy, but he could be that the hair or the skin color, but they're so stuck on the skin color, we're going to go with skin color. So he was red, right? So he was red, just like David. Dude, I can stop this right here. That's case closed. It's shut. Hammer, nail in the coffin. There's nothing else that we need to say after this. There's nothing else we need to say after this. But they want to contend that Esau is the white man. So there's going to be more that I'm going to say, unfortunately. So 25-25, we see that. We see that the ruddy Admoni, that's the same word used for David. That's in Genesis 25-25. That was used for Esau, right? As we see right here. If I highlight it, and they named him Esau, right? Now, the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. Yep. So, so yeah. So they won't admit that this same word is to describe an Esau, and that Esau would have had to be, if he's white, then David would have had to be white, right? So let me stop that share for a minute. So now we want to talk about the Edomites. Is Esau the white man? Well, we know that the people of Esau, or his descendants, are the Edomites, right? And we know that by looking at Genesis 36. So if we go to Genesis 36, we can see there that it talks about the descendants of Esau, right? So it says, now these are the records of the generation of Esau, that is Edom, the Edomites, right? Esau took wives from the daughters of Canaan. Adad, the daughter of Elon, the Hittite. Okay. Something just hit me, and I'm going to talk about this. So he took wives from the daughters of Canaan, right? Who was Canaan a descendant of? Somebody answer that question for me. Who was Canaan a descendant of? Ham. Canaan was a descendant of Ham. The Hamites are who? Depending on who you ask, who the Hamites are, they may come up with different answers. But you have people like the Cushites. You have the Egyptians. You have so many different people. You so many different, but you know that. Well, yeah, of course, Adam. No, Canaan. So Canaan. So you have the Cushites. They're basically the Cushites, land of Cush, Ethiopia, all that. These Africans. You got the Egyptians. You have these people who are descendants of Canaan, who was descendant of Ham. So if Esau took wives from the daughters of Canaan, he was gonna have some pretty brown babies, even if he was white. Even if he was white, he was gonna have some brown babies, right? So you see, he took the wives of daughters of Canaan, daughter of Elon the Hittite. So we got in Oholibamah, the daughter of Anna, the granddaughter of Zibeon the Hivite. And it goes down the line, and these are the sons of Esau who were born to him in the land of Canaan. Then Esau took his wives, his sons and daughters, and his household and livestock, and all his cattle, his property he had acquired from the land of Canaan, and went to another land away from his brother Jacob. So he went away from him, for their possessions had become too great for them to live together, and the land where they resided could not support them because of their livestock. So Esau lived in the hill country of Seir. Esau is Edom. And then it goes on to talk about the descendants of Esau, and it goes all the way down the line. We talked about this a few weeks ago. Who is a descendant of Esau? Who is an Edomite? Job. We talked about that a few weeks ago in the study that we did. So we have Job, who is also a descendant of Esau because of where he lived. We're looking at this, the land and where he resided, Seir, the country of Seir, Edom, everything that it talks about. These are all the descendants. And where Job lived, a lot of these people lived. Right? So these are the descendants of Esau. So these were not Caucasians. So where would they get this from? So then now we just said if Esau was white, David was white. So now if Esau was white, Job was white. So they would have to go and admit that Job was white. There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job. So just to go show that, in the land of Uz, whose name was Job. His name was Job. There's really no getting around that. There's really no getting around that. So you have the descendants that lived in the land, everybody white. The whole everybody, all of them, Jordan, everybody white. But see, they don't take the time to study this stuff to know that if they are going to hold to that, they have to be consistent. They have to be consistent, but they don't want to be consistent. They just don't want to be consistent. So what they want to do is they want to tell you something to have you believe it without going back and studying it and looking at it. And just to confirm that, here's the land of Uz. These are the sons of Esau, who is a descendant of who? Esau. The sons of Dishon, Uz, and Aran. Where did Job live? Land of Uz. Uz, however you. Everybody white. They don't want to believe that, because that's the logical path that we're going to have to take. If we're going to say that Esau is white, we're going to have to say David is white. And if Esau is white, Job is a descendant of Esau. Job is an Edomite. So then Job is going to be white. Right? So if Esau is the white man, Job is the white man. Again, I can stop here. They don't even have to keep going. We're just proving that the Edomites could not have been, are not the white man, as they tried to say. That's not the Edomites. For them to try to make that claim is asinine. It's not. There's not a scripture that can back it. The only thing that backs it is their ignorance of scripture and their wanting to place, them wanting to, place somebody in the Bible as white people who are evil who put us in slavery so that they can say that we are the people who they talked about in Deuteronomy 28, 68. So if they can prove that Esau, if they can say that Esau is the white man, then that tells people that, okay, well, we've always been in constant conflict with them and they put us in slavery. So yeah, the white man has to be Esau. But it makes no sense. It makes no sense. The other thing, the other thing is that let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. I probably will read this whole thing. Just for kicks and giggles. I'm going to read this whole thing. I'm going to read this whole thing. Just for kicks and giggles, right? Share screen. Just for kicks and giggles. Right? Right. So now I'm Obadiah, right? The vision of Obadiah. This is what the Lord God says concerning Edom. Who is Edom? What's going on, CMB? What's going on? What's going on, Brandon? Yes, us Christians. Yes, us Christians. So the vision of Obadiah, this is what the Lord God says concerning Edom. We have heard a report from the Lord, and a messenger has been sent among the nations, saying, arise, and let's go up against her for battle. Behold, I will make you small among the nations. You are greatly despised. The arrogance of your heart has deceived you. The one who lives in the clefts of the rock, or the height of his dwelling place, who says in his heart, who will bring me down to earth? Though you make your home high like the eagle, though you set your nest among the stars, from there I will bring you down, declares the Lord. If thieves came to you, if robbers by night, oh, how you will be ruined. Would they not steal only until they had enough? If grape pickers came to you, would they not leave some gleanings? Oh, how Esau would be searched and his hidden treasures searched out. All the people allied with you will send you to the border, and the people at peace with you will deceive you and overpower you. They who eat your bread will set an ambush for you. There is no understanding in him. Will I not on that day, declares the Lord, eliminate wise men from Edom and understanding from the mountain of Esau? Then your warriors will be filled with terror, Taman, so that everyone will be eliminated from the mountain of Esau by murder. Because of violence to your brother Jacob, shame will cover you, and you will be eliminated forever. Focus on that. And you will be eliminated forever. Okay? On the day that you stood aloof, on the day that the strangers carried off his wealth and foreigners entered his gate and cast lots for Jerusalem, you too were as one of them. Do not gloat over your brother's day, the day of his misfortune, and do not rejoice over the sons of Judah on the day of their destruction. Yes, do not boast on the day of their distress. Do not enter the gates of my people on the day of their disaster. You indeed do not gloat over their catastrophe on the day of their disaster, and do not lay a hand on their wealth on the day of their disaster. Do not stand at the crossroads to eliminate their survivors, and do not hand over their refugees on the day of their distress. For the day of the Lord is near for all the nations. Just as you have done, it will be done to you. Your dealings will return to you on your own head. For just as you drank on my holy mountain, all the nations will drink continually. They will drink to the last drop and become as if they never existed. Again, focus on that. But on Mount Zion, there will be those who escape, and it will be holy. And the house of Jacob will possess their property. Then the house of Jacob will be a fire, the house of Joseph will be a flame, but the house of Esau will be like a stubble. And they will set they will set them on fire and consume them, so that there will be no survivor of the house of Esau. For the Lord has spoken. Listen to me. Listen to Obadiah and what the Lord is saying to the prophet Obadiah here. Edom will be utterly destroyed. It will be removed from the face of the earth. There will be no more Edom. Right? And so it is said that the Edomites were last heard of in the destruction of Jerusalem. That's the last time that they were heard of. They went to war with the Romans, with the Israelites, and that was it. They were gone. There's also been said that as of the 5th century BC, when they were run out of Petra in the Bible, you know, that great city, that was the end of the Edomites. They were completely, that nation has not been talked about, or there has been no historical reference or acknowledgement of this group of people in 3,000 years, between 2,000 to 3,000 years. There's been none. Between 2,000 to 3,000 years, there's been no historical evidence that this nation of people even still exists. And we just read in the Bible that there will be no survivor of the house of Esau. So how can they be the white man that we see today if that nation is no longer? Forget all the fact that they are from the descendants of Ham, right? Because Esau took, wives from from the Canaanites, right? They are not only from the descendants of Shem, they are from the descendants of Ham. So they are a mixture of Hamites and Shemites, right? Forget all that. The fact that we know that they couldn't have been the white man. But let's focus on the fact that they're not a people anymore. We don't even know where these people are. We don't know what this nation is. The Edomites, they are gone. They have been wiped from the face of the earth. So even if we didn't have all of this other evidence that I just pointed out, with Esau being a Shemite, being from a descendant of Isaac, who they consider is a black man, and his wife Rebecca they consider as a black woman, but somehow they have a black child and a white child. And I just showed y'all the picture of how they tried to prove that could happen. One of them tried to prove to me that could happen, and I dispelled that, showing that father was white, and that's why they had one white child and one black child. Then they tried to show me that there was two Nigerian parents that had a white baby. Well, at the same time, that baby was a black baby. They just had the baby, and the lighter skin that the baby had, the blue eyes and the blonde hair, was from a trace of white ancestries that both of the parents had. You would have to show me the white ancestry that you can prove that Jacob and Rebecca had. I would have to see that. They can't see that. The real lost tribe. Yes, the Edomites are the real lost tribe. Because they are gone, bro. They are done. Like, I told, like, the first couple of scriptures that I showed, I could have stopped. When it was David, when I showed that Esau was red, David was red. Same word used for the both. So if Esau is white, David is white. Then I showed you Job was a descendant of Esau. So Job was an Edomite. We could have stopped there. Job was an Edomite. He was from the land of Uz. One of the descendants of Edom is Uz. That's what Job was. Job was an Edomite. So was Job white too? So now we got 3 white people in the Bible, right? That are prominent in the Israelite scriptures. You have Esau, then you have David, who was the king of Israel, then you have Job, who was one of the most righteous men that the Bible talks about. But yet they would all be white and Edomites because they all look like Esau, or David looked like Esau, and of course, Job would have looked like Esau because he was a descendant of him. It's insane. It's literal insanity that these guys believe this stuff. It's literal insanity. It just shows you that they don't take the time to actually read the Bible. What's going on, Jamar? It like I can't even sit there and fathom the thought that one could be so stupid to believe that Esau. Well, let me take that back because let me take that back because the Nation of Islam does believe that Yaqub created white people in a laboratory. So let me take that back. But if we're talking about out in the Bible, in the Bible, we want to talk in the Bible. We want to talk about what we can find about Esau being the white man. Dude, this is wild. That is the wildest. Yes, you were right. It sounds so wild when you say it out loud. Yeah, they don't think about what they're saying when they say it out loud. Like they have no idea of the things that they're saying. They're just saying something because they've been told it and they haven't taken the time to actually look at it and research it to see if it's true. It's just they're just taking it at face value. Somebody told it to them. Okay, yeah, Esau the white man. Yeah, we've been beefing with them forever. Dude, Esau has been utterly destroyed. That prophecy in Obadiah came true. It was passed. That punishment was passed. It came to fruition. Yes, it came to fruition. Yes, but the main part is that we know that most of them, like the rest of them were done at the end of, at AD 70 when they fought with the Israelites against Rome, and then that pretty much ended them. Well, they haven't been heard of since. And the group of them was called the Idumeans, if that's how you pronounce it, the Idumeans, however you pronounce it. But they were wiped out, and that was the last of the last of the Edomites, and they have disappeared from history. There's no historical record of them from after that point. Herod and them, yeah, Herod and them. Yep, Herod and them, yep. Yep, that's the Idumeans. And yeah, they got wiped out. There's no history of them after that. You don't hear any history about them after that. So that's the nail in the coffin right there, that they're not the white man, because we still got Caucasians everywhere in this world. And there's no way that they can trace them back to Esau or Edom or Edomites. It's just not possible. But I think that did it. I think Obadiah really just hammered the nail in the coffin and would let them know that there's no way that they could be there could be Edomites left. Once you read Obadiah and then you read the history of the Jews in AD 70, and you know what happened with that. That's their problem, is they claim to be Israelites, but they don't even know Israelite history. Like you try to talk to them about Israelite history, and they are so freaking lost. So freaking lost. Yeah, yeah. Teach, teach. Next time I'll put you on here, CMB. Put you on here to teach about the CMB. But yeah, man, it's just baffling to me that they even still hold to this stuff. Like no matter how many times it's debunked, and it's been debunked several times. I'm probably like the uh the uh, the 11th person or the 1150 person, 5011 person to debunk this. So I ain't the first person to debunk this. Several people have already done it. I just took a stab at it because I had that discussion with the guy last week in the Hebrew Israelite group, the Christian Hebrew Israelite discussion group. And I'm like, dude, no, Esau is not white. And here's why. He's red. You can show me a white person sunburned. They're red. Okay. David was red. Is David white? What do you mean? Same word used the same word used to describe the color of Esau. The same word used to describe the color of David. Is David white? Oh, well, okay. No, okay. Well, Job, what about him? Because Job was a descendant of Edom. See, white? Let's see. No, okay. So everybody white, everybody black, but Esau, but Edom and the Edomites. Can't make sense, man. Can't make sense of it. They don't make sense of it. They think they make sense, but they don't. So that's all I got for today, man. Again, we gonna keep hammering on these Israelites until they understand that we're not playing no games with them with this false theology that they keep trying to put out here, all this false information. I'm supposed to be doing a debate with an Israelite about the law, not this coming Sunday, but the following Sunday. So whatever Sunday that is, this coming Sunday is what, the 7th? So the 14th. We'll see if he holds to his word and we have this discussion. We can do it on, we're going to do it right here on my page, my podcast. If he brings somebody with him, I'm gonna bring somebody with me. But we're gonna see. He's supposed to be inboxing me and seeing if we're going to do that, if we're going to do this discussion regarding the law. I don't know if he's gonna do it or not. He might want to watch some of my other debates and discussions with Israelites before he decides to step into that fire. But if you want the smoke, I want the smoke. Y'all know I want the smoke. And we can get it going. We're gonna debate about the law. I forget what he said, like, is the law still in place today or something like that? Or is the law done away with or something like that? We're supposed to be debating. So I don't think he's ready. He think he's ready. They always think they're ready until we start actually digging into the scriptures and showing what the law is, what the law was for, and that law is powerless to do what it needed to do. So that's what I'm going to really bring to him. But thank y'all again for jumping on here with me today. I'm not. He would have to go and find it. I'm not gonna show him nothing. He would have to go find the debates. I'm not gonna show him nothing, Michelle. But if he wants to have this discussion on my platform, we're gonna do it. And once that happens, we'll see what happens. I don't say they're going to not be Israelites, because I've debated a few of them and they failed miserably and they're still Israelites. And so that just shows you the blindness that is over their eyes, over their hearts, that they're being blinded from the truth because they refuse to acknowledge the truth when it's presented to them. But glad I'm not like that anymore. Well, all right, y'all. I will holler at y'all next week. I'm going to think of a topic sometime soon to see what it's going to be about. But until then, like, share, and subscribe. Peace.